Hello, 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 hello. Buongiorno. How's everyone doing today? It's Saturday night. Be all right. Nice, lovely day out. It is officially the last weekend of summer. Up here, it's the last, we go back to school. Well, 37, I don't go to school anymore, but summer ends after Labor Day here because we have Labor Day, and then the first Tuesday after Labor Day, school starts. So it is Labor Day weekend, so that means little guy starts school on Tuesday. So he goes back to school. So it's the last summer, so I've been doing stuff with the family. So if you're wondering why there wasn't a stream yesterday on the Saturday, doing family stuff. Family stuff. Start regular school this year. He's always been in regular school. So in Ontario, I know it's different in different provinces, but for those wondering, for the non-Canadians, or I guess like even other provinces is different. We do grade school, high school, and then college, university. So grade school is JK, SK, grade 1 to 8. And then high school is grade 9 to 12. And then you go off to college or university. College is more like, I don't know, it's not university. I bought some stuff. I got to quickly throw a new liner in this toolbox. So usually at the beginning of the stream we yap anyway. So that's what today is. This is a little bit of yapping. So I got to make this. How big do I got to make this? This got to be what? 19.2? 19.2? 19.250. 19.250. 19 inches, 250 thou. Because we use thou here because we use proper units of measurement in this household. In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics. How dare I have a family? How dare you? How dare you? This is dollar store toolbox liner, so hopefully it works. But yeah, I hope you're all doing tonight. It's Saturday night. I feel all right. We got a little bit of stuff on the schedule. Tonight's plan of the stream is a bit of a hangout stream and a bit of a rip and tear until it is done type stream. What do I mean by that? Well, we got ourselves a melty PRUSA. We got ourselves a melty PRUSA, and nothing's more annoying than a melty PRUSA, right? Because, you know, when your PRUSA is a little melty, it don't print too good. It don't print too good. So what do I mean by that? Well, you might see over my left shoulder here, there's a PRUSA Mk4 in an enclosure. And I'll be honest, it's been a mighty fine printer. I really haven't had many issues with it. Except for the fact over the last, how do I word this? Over the last couple weeks, months, as I've printed with it, I've been having a lot of layer shifts. It hasn't been that good. And what I think is going on is something that kind of is a known issue with this generation of Mk4. And by this generation, I mean, it's got PETG parts. It's enclosed. It's been hot in my garage. The ambient temperature in my garage for a good chunk of the summer was over 30 Celsius. Inside the little enclosure that it lives in, it's been as high as just 40 Celsius. It just sitting there, not even printing. And then I printed on it. So I have one of them still. Yeah. I was getting layer shifts. The extruder was not performing the way I was wanting it to extrude. So TLDR, it's kind of a known issue with the PRUSA Mk4, at least the early ones. I haven't had any issues with the Mk4Ss. Mk4Ss that I have, I've had no issues. The Mk4 that I have inside the house, I've had no issues with. It's this one out here that's enclosed in a hot garage during a hot summer. That's been giving me issues. So the easiest way to fix it would be use the affiliate link in the video description and go buy a brand new PRUSA Mk4S that comes with PCCF parts that doesn't have this issue. But this is an Apple. We don't do the Apple thing where we just throw it out and buy the newer thing or the bamboo thing. We can fix it ourselves. We have the technology. And in fact, I've had this box of parts sitting collecting dust for like over a year. Because one of the first things I did when we got this printer after we enclosed it, its first job after doing some like basic, you know, print a benchy type bullshit, was print an entire box of ABS, or in this case, ASA parts. So I have an entire box here of gold. I love gold. Gold ASA parts from Polymaker. So what we're going to do after I finish up this toolbox shenanigans, we are going to take the printer out of the box and we shall rip and tear, and then we shall put it back together. So we're not going to do, like, obviously the plan isn't to do a full rebuild. I don't want to do like a dang it, I hate when I do this. I cut it ever so slightly too wide, so now I have to trim off like a millimeter. I hate when I do this. So I don't want to like, we don't need to completely gut the entire printer down. Obviously, like if it's a piece of plastic that just holds a wire clip, I'm not going to replace it. But the plan is basically, the goal is to replace all the motion system with ASA parts. Today it's going to be the teardown day and maybe start rebuilding. Isn't there a kit that converts it to a Core 1? Yes, but that costs money. And I don't really, I got 2 Core 1s already. I got Core 1 2. I got Core 1, I got Core 1 2. You think I'm gonna get a Core 1 3? You think this is Steam? We can't count to 3. Just like our good friends over at Valve. 3 is a number that does not exist. We do not go that high. There we go. Gold ASA parts, I knew. Is there a new kit? I disagree with the Apple analogy. My Apple computers last up to 10 years. My phone lasts 5 years. And then if you break it, though, you can't repair it. Guess what? My Nintendo 64 is like 30 years old. It's still kicking around. My PS2 is from 2000. It's still kicking around. Guess what? My i5 2500K printer that I built back in 2011, it's still kicking. The Apple analogy isn't about how long it lasts. The Apple analogy is how much of a pain it is to upgrade the system. Like you can't replace anything. You got to buy new. That's the Apple analogy. It's not that it doesn't last long. We know Apple computers last long. That's why the resale market on them is horrible. I mean, it's good for the seller, bad for the buyer. They hold their value really good because they do last a while. The problem is, oh, hey, let's upgrade the motherboard. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, let's upgrade the processor. Oh, we can't do that. Can't even upgrade the RAM anymore because they solder that shit. That's the analogy. Okay. That is the analogy. Okay, so here's the thing. Can I cheat? I'm going to cheat with this. Don't tell anyone I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat. Where's my kniff? Okay, so you go there. Okay. I need 1, 2, 3. This actually works pretty good. Until it doesn't, I bet. How much you want to bet this, what I'm doing right now will work until it doesn't, and then, aha, it does work. A really question, how many Bondtech INDX can you fit on a Physik 600mm printer? I think you need 45 millimeters per each tool head. Each tool head, I think you need 45. I can't remember what the exact number is. But TLDR, you can fit quite a bit. You can fit quite a bit. Didn't get an alert. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my streams lately. I am not getting the like it's hard. The problem is with the YouTube, it's the algo is a bitch, and it's hard to know for sure. But the numbers on the live stream have been a bit low lately, and they end up creeping back up to normal by the end of the stream. But lately, the past like month, the stream's been starting off with lower numbers than it used to. So I don't know what is going on with notifications. I do my notifications. I don't change what I do when it comes to notifications or the alerts or anything like that. Yeah, I got to organize all this stuff later. This is all just going to get thrown out for now. So I'm not sure what's going on with all of that jazz, but something is going on with all of that jazz. So I'm not sure what's going on. The YouTube algorithm likes to have, it likes to have a stroke every now and then, and just like, it behaves one way, and you can expect it to behave one way, and you can rely on it to behave one way, and then all of a sudden it will just straight up like completely shift the way it does stuff. And there's nothing you can do about it because you are at the mercy of the algo as a YouTuber, and it gets real annoying really quick when it does that at times. So it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying, especially when this is your job. So if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, make sure you like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you are really cool, consider becoming gifting memberships to others. That is the best way to support the channel, because you get videos early, you get behind the scenes stuff, extra channels in the Discord, and all that jazz as well when you're a channel supporter. So all that fun stuff. Back there. Don't need the gloop. By the way, yesterday I finished printing the very last part for the Gundam. The very last part of the Gundam I printed yesterday. Missed the last few streams that we talk about Joel's. George, you gotta watch the videos. I put a video out on the channel Wednesday night where I talked about it. Go watch the video. Go watch the video. YouTube is more advertising your designs nowadays. The way 3D printing content creation has kind of drifted over the last couple of years, it's going down a trend I'm not a fan of. I get why it is, but like the whole industry is changing away from building printers. So it makes sense that it's become more of a look at the cool thing I printed on my printer instead of look at my cool printer. Like, I get it. I get it. Trends always change, right? I mean, is Skibbity Toilet still popular? Is that still a popular thing right now? Is that a trend? Or did that die off? Okay, so I got to figure out how to get this printer out of here. Let's get this printer out of the box. Are you loaded with filament? You are loaded with filament. Filament. Unload filament. Gotta unload that filament. Mad Jester became a channel member. Cheers and appreciated. 5 spools on an MU3 was quite the headache for me, being I wanted to skip separate buffer. It's honestly not that bad. Let me see if I can show you a picture of, like, I'm going to show you a not bad picture of a PRUSA. Can I just Google PRUSA and will it show up in my Google image search? Show me the PRUSA. Show me the PRUSA. Yeah, right here. It's nice. Okay, as much as I detest AI and a lot of stuff, being able to just like load your Google Drive of images and just type in PRUSA and every picture that you took of a PRUSA shows up is kind of nice. But this is how I have my PRUSA Mk4 with the MMU3 set up for the person in chat who's talking about theirs. Let me turn the overlay back on. So I have a rep box that feeds into the buffer that I mounted to the wall. It is a little mouse here. He's a rat because this is a bit of a rat's nest, and then it just feeds into that. So this is what I use for printing with my Mk4 with the MMU3, and you know what? It's been reliable. Other than me using crappy filament that breaks sometimes, which that will happen with any system. So I'm not critiquing the PRUSA system. I'm critiquing my crappy filament that I was using. It's been damn reliable. So can't really complain about that. Okay, so you are unloaded. So now you do not have any filament in you. Move you to the middle. Return. Reset you, because this needs to cool off. So the plan with this is, also I want to swap out some components on this, because the hot end on this is a little, it's seen better days. It has seen better days. It has had like 3 blobs of death on it. So. Anyone have thoughts on Bamboo's tool changer? It looks like an INDX. It performs more like the Atom Form Palette 300. It's not a tool changer. It's a nozzle changer that for some reason also replaces the entire hot end when it could just replace the nozzle, but they can't replace the nozzle because of the way the Bamboo ecosystem is. They're essentially shoehorning in something to work with their current ecosystem instead of doing the smart thing and starting from the ground up and starting a new design. They're trying to kit bash ideas into a new thing instead of, hey, let's go full on and do a proper INDX clone, because we clone stuff here apparently. That's a thing now. So instead of going all the way, they're stopping halfway and they're leaving a lot of the downsides of their current system, like how slow it is. So it's kind of like, guys, you could do this better than what you're doing. Why are you doing it this way? Why do it this way? You can do it a betterer way. There we go. So we unplug you. And then also, I have to unplug the screen, I believe. Come on. Damn it. You're unplugged? You're unplugged. Okay. Now, you come out. Probably take these spools of filament out, because they're probably going to get in the way. But yeah, Bamboo's, the H2C or whatever they're calling it, I'm honestly not that impressed. Like, then again, full disclosure, I wasn't really impressed with the H2D to begin with. In terms of functionality, like what it was giving you. It seemed very much a, let's throw everything, including the kitchen sink, in a printer and see what sticks. And then after we figure out what sticks, then we'll make a better printer. Kind of like how the X1, and then they came out with the P1, which the P1 was a better printer for the value. So. I think the whole everyone coming out with tool changers spooked Bamboo, because everyone realized how much of a purgy mess their current setup is. And you know, people, this is what happens, right? You're top dog until you're not. Creality was top dog in terms of printers shipped, in terms of volume. And PRUSA was top dog of, hey, we make, you know, some of the best printers out there. And so, you know, you had 2 companies that were top dog, and then, you know, a new company comes out and kind of like reminds everyone, hey, you actually have to work to compete in this market. So now everyone kind of wakes up and goes, huh, okay, let's actually put some money and time into R&D and refining our designs. And this is good for us, the end user. You don't want a monopoly. Monopolies suck. You do not want to be rooting for Bamboo to beat PRUSA. You don't want to be rooting for PRUSA to beat Bamboo. You want these companies constantly fighting so that you get better products at a better price. You want healthy competition in the market. You want there to be healthy competition in the market, right? That's how it works. So anyways, so yeah, so I just find it funny how so many times Bamboo comes out with like a marketing statement and then they immediately say, yeah, the thing that we said was awesome sucks. They come out, oh yeah, bed flingers suck. And then they come out with a bed flinger. And then they're like, hey, look at our new system with the H2D and the purge, and you know, purge is all this and whatever. And then they come out with the H2C and they're like, by the way, our system has sucked. And now we're gonna have a better system. I can't wait for the H3Q that's like, yeah, the H2C, that thing sucked. Now look at our new thing. But yeah, anyways, long story short, I don't know. Can they be healthy? Honestly, you know, it is what it is. Let me go grab my electric screwdriver. It's downstairs. Un momento, por favor, biblioteca. Grab you. There we go. I have the power. Now, where did I put my bits? But yeah, you can have healthy competition. I mean, PRUSA seems to be doing pretty good. They've finally, PRUSA has over 1,000 employees, and they finally have the Core 1 as a buy it now option. They've been so, you know, demand has been so great that they haven't been able to keep up with demand. They finally have caught up with demand, and the printer's been out for months. I don't know about you, but if you sell so many printers you can't physically build them fast enough, that's usually a sign that you're doing okay as a company and you're not dying. So all the, oh, PRUSA is dead people are more just, you know, I think they're coping more than others. Yeah, and Printed Solid just got a massive new facility, which, by the way, we will be doing a tour of after whatchamacallit. We will be doing a tour. So these guys come off. How many screws are on these? Oh, it's 2 screws. Yeah, we will be doing a tour of their new facility. So the plan with this is today, rip and tear, and then rebuild. I don't know how far we'll get, but the plan is basically tear it down and then rebuild it with nice, shiny ABS parts. Put a new heater in. Maybe I'll swap out the nozzle, and then we'll move on. Although I think I have a hardened nozzle in it already. I think it just needs to be sprucened up. Okay, I need boxes of, yeah, this will work. Keep all my old parts. I'm keeping all the old parts in case I forgot to print new parts. I'm pretty sure I printed all the parts, but I don't know for sure. But I think I did. I think I did. Did I? I think I did. I've never actually taken apart a Mark IV, so I don't know what the proper route is. I'm just gonna start, you know, taking it apart, and whenever we get it apart, it will be apart. And then we put it back together. Now the Bamboo HTC revealed finally admitted their AMS is a bit incontinent. And you know what the shitty thing is about the H2C? With all their hype about like, oh, less purge and everything, you still need the AMS. You still need the AMS. All it does is cut down a little bit of purge. So you still waste all the time. In fact, it might even be a little slower because you've added an 8-second heat up to it. So you might save a little bit on purge, which, you know, if you're running a print farm and you're going through that much filament where purge is an actual thing you got to worry about, I can see it, maybe. But I don't run a print farm, so for me, you know, again, I just print. Why can't I speak today? I just finished printing almost 50 kilograms of PETG on multiple PRUSA printers. Of that, something like, I mean, I'll tell you right now. I'm trying to remember how this all comes off. There's an order of operations to taking this apart, and I can't remember it. I should probably pull up the manual and go through it backwards. Okay, let's see. PRUSA Connect. XL statistics from June 25th to today. So it has printed 22.6 kilograms of filament on the PRUSA XL. Pretty much everything that was printed was involving tool changes, because I was printing PLA supports with PETG parts. So 900 and almost 1,000 hours of printing in the past month or so. And you know what? Watching it go, literally print one tool, printing, dock, grab the other tool, printing, because I turned off, I have my settings set up for what I was using it for, where I didn't need to prime. Watching it literally do 4-second tool changes and go literally back to printing. It's literally worth it. It's literally worth it. And I don't care what anyone says. Yes, I know it's pricey. The XL is pricey. Yes, PRUSA gave me the XL for free as a review unit. But once you use it, you get it. It's one of those things. Yes, I wish it was a little bit of a better system. I wish it wasn't closed from the factory. I wish it wasn't $3,500 so other people could get the fun that I have from using it. But having a proper tool changer is so flippin' nice. Like having an actual proper tool changer that works is so nice when you're playing around with dissimilar materials. Like, and again, I have bamboos. I used bamboos for a while. I had an X1. I used it for quite a while. It's one of those things, it's great until it's not. The moment it's like, you know, imagine driving to work every day and you're in bumper to bumper traffic for an hour and you drive a stick shift and all day you're doing this, and then somebody's like, hey man, here's a manual or here's an automatic. Now I know some car people will be like, oh, automatic. But it's like, imagine all day doing all this stupid work and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you don't gotta worry about it anymore. Just let it do its thing. So nice. Okay, what else can I do here? So this comes off. I'm trying to remember how this comes apart, and I'm probably just gonna end up taking it apart like the hacky butcher way. LDO stealth changer when? I have the box of parts right here. I just had a shipment of polymaker filament show up literally yesterday. So I'm gonna start printing this week. So we're gonna start printing all the parts for that, and we will get into that build series this week. Or at least get the parts printed this week. I'm gonna start printing this week. Gotta get the, I've been doing nothing but printing Gundam parts for 2 months. I kind of want to let the printers not print for a bit. I went through 2,300 kilowatt hours of power in the past month. Between the air conditioning during the heat wave in the house, and I did a bunch of baking too, for some reason. And multiple printers running 24/7. Yeah, my power bill this month was money, because I used over 2,000 kilowatt hours. Is that a lot? Yeah. In the winter, if I don't print, we're like 500-600. Do I have solar? I don't have solar. I mean, I have Ontario power, which is not as expensive as the US, but you know, it's actually, the power isn't that expensive where I'm at. It's the stupid delivery charge that's expensive. So what I actually pay for the power ain't too bad. It's the stupid delivery charge that sucks. I'm gonna take this back plate off. So the plan is basically just rip everything apart, make a pile of all the parts, and then we'll just follow the PRUSA manual and put it back together. So as long as I don't break anything taking it apart, we should be good. The big if is hopefully I don't break anything taking it apart. That's my concern. Okay, so you go there, you go there. What is the screwdriver I'm using? It is a Fantic. It's a Fantic, and then I have this set of Nico bits, because this came with crappy bits. So I got some long hex bits. I bought this at Costco. It was on sale for like 20 bucks, and I bought this on Amazon for like 10 bucks. So. I guess Stealth Changer not going to do well as INDX. There are pros and cons to both systems, okay? I'm trying not to like hype up a system that I'm hyped for personally. I really think this system is going to be awesome, INDX, when it comes out. But it will not kill tool changers, because tool changers will still have a place, okay? For example, on the INDX system, as of right now, everything is the same. With a stealth changer, you can have dedicated tool heads for dedicated purposes. What I mean, you can have different melt zones, different hot ends, different extruding systems, right? You could have, you know, with like a stealth changer, you could have a tool head that has a specific extruder on it specifically just for flexible materials. And you have a whole complete independent setup on that one tool just for flexibles. You can have one that has its own hot end that gets to 400C with a Diamondback hot end or nozzle on it specifically for PPS and other higher temp materials that are abrasive, okay? So tool changers will still have a place, but the INDX system seems to be, hey, for those that are printing your normal materials that don't get above 300C, and for doing color changing and whatnot, because each tool is only 35 bucks a pop, it makes sense for that group. So it's one of those things you need to look at. What I always say this, there is no best system for everyone. You need to look at what you need, and you need to get what works for you. So, hey, I hit my step count for the day. So that's what I mean. I'm like, it's not that, you know, there's a lot of systems out there. They all have pros and cons. You need to find what will work the best for you in your use case. Simple as that. So now, granted, some systems will make sense for more people than others, right? Not everyone needs a Pantheon HS3 or HS Pro, but for those that do need it, it's nice that it exists. You know, as much as I like the build quality on PRUSAs, these stupid plugs are a bit annoying. But I'm just going to take this right off. Literally my last criticism, one of the last criticisms I had about the INDX system, or not criticism, critique, was that it wouldn't be available as a off-the-shelf system. Like you would have had to buy it and then modify a printer to put it on. And then they haven't said it officially yet, but they've kind of really hinted at that PRUSA will be having an INDX system for the Core 1 available, which means if it's going to be available for the Core 1, and the Core 1's a newer system, they better be working on an XL2. There better be an XL2 in the pipeline. Did I keep the gear alignment too? No. No. But I may not need it. But I may need it. I can always reprint it. For what is PRUSA and highly specialized parts make it work so well. So I got printed out paint. What is it with PRUSA and highly? The painted a paintbrush, and the author said it would only print on a PRUSA well. I mean, most modern printers, I'm a big thing of, I've said it before, your printer doesn't matter anymore. Most modern printers print pretty damn good. The advantage you have with PRUSAs, and to another extent Bamboo recently, is they're their profiles that come with the machine and their slicer are pretty damn good. For example, the Physek Venture XL, the big printer that I have on the other side of the room here, it came with one PLA profile for a 0.4 nozzle. You want to print ABS on a 0.8 nozzle? Good fucking luck. Roll your own profile. Start experimenting. Whereas, you know, PRUSA has, oh, hey, you want to print with any of these plastics? Oh, you bought some Spectrum PCTG? Well, here's a tuned profile for it. You know? Oh, you want to print with all these different layer heights? Now, to be fair, and you could tell what size nozzles you have. That's kind of the advantage you get with getting into an ecosystem, is you have a little bit more of a curated experience. You have less likely to be thrown, you know, outliers and stuff like that. So trying to remember what is the proper way to take this all apart and in what order. I think I can take this off. Yeah, I'm just gonna start ripping and tearing. Fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Trying to remember how this comes out. How do I take the extruder out? Oh yeah, you're mounted to that. Oh wait, I have. Oh no, why isn't my close-up camera working? On. It's like, what's the point of getting this new fancy close-up camera? Doesn't want to work. Okay, you better work. Why aren't you working, close-up camera? Why aren't you working, close-up camera? Uh-oh. We have a big problem. I forgot to plug it in. 1 second here. Do I have a power cord? Ah, here we go. Fun fact, when you give stuff electricity, it tends to work better. There we go. There we go. There we go. Look how much ABS dust has built up on this. Okay, let's see. So, well, you're attached to that. So what attaches this to this? I mean, I think I gotta take these out. You come out. I'm gonna look and see if I have some replacement fans, but honestly, I might just wipe them down with ISO and call it a day. Jeez, look how... Probably should be wearing gloves for this, but yo-ho, lo-ho. I mean, this did do a bunch of printing of ABS and ASA, so their dust is to be expected in here. Yummy. How's this? Oh, there's a screw back here. My one concern is square magnets. I'm a little concerned about square magnets, so I got to make sure I salvage any out of these parts that I can. Oh yeah, you're under there. Okay. Let's see here. I don't remember. So the plan is basically take the gantry off, rebuild that. Well, strip it down to the bed and then build it back up. That is kind of the plan. Or anyone, does INDX have nozzle bed probing? No. Yes. Maybe. Depends. The nozzle itself will not, but you're going to need to figure out a solution in the tool head. The tool head will have different probing options. If you put a beacon in there, you should be able to do nozzle probing, for example. It's going to depend on what tool head solution you use. So yeah, because the tool itself has nothing in it. The tool is inert. There is nothing electrical in the tool. So everything's got to be on the tool head. Okay. Some systems like the beacon, you can use nozzle probing. So it really depends on what system you use for that. So it's gonna depend on the tool head. Put a video in Discord general chat. Let me just take a look in a second here. Go. Ooh. I did have a couple blobs of death on this tool head because this is a Mark IV that I got it before the socks were a thing. So unfortunately, mine is a little, I didn't have a sock. Yeah, the first couple Mark IVs they shipped didn't have socks. So I didn't have a sock, so mine got a little cloud of deathy a couple times, unfortunately. Freaking Pet G will do that to you. You put a video in general chat. What video? The pit stop 3D multi, oh geez. The OG INDX. Was this from, yeah, Mahai Design? He was working on this for a while. I can't remember. By the way, this isn't OG INDX. INDX was developed kind of on its own. But if I remember, this system doesn't have independent heaters. Or, what is that noise? I remember looking at one of his designs earlier. I couldn't remember if there was, yeah, this system, the heaters, the tools still have heaters and thermistors in them, if I'm not mistaken. The INDX system does not. Yeah, so this uses pogo pins. Yeah, so this is using pogo pins. So this system functionally looks the same as INDX, but a lot of things kind of functionally kind of look the same. The INDX has the big thing because it doesn't, the tool heads are inert. There is no power going to the tool heads. You don't need to worry about pogo pins. It's just inductive and then wireless. Also, they were all about like the Bamboo was like, oh, it's all wireless. It's It's an inductive heater and an infrared probe. Jeez, guys. Oh, and you put an RFID in there to lock out non-OEM hot ends. Woo, so fancy. Okay, where? Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, that's got a bend in it. That's why. Okay. So how do I get these stupid belts out? Oh, that's right. Go this way. Out. Out. And I am missing one of my little... Uh-oh. I only have two... Oh, here it is. Looking for my little rubber spacers. Okay. We got one belt. So I think I have a bunch of Tex T-nuts. I found a bunch. Got a bunch of these, but I'm still gonna need to save a bunch of these, so. Everything is dusty. I should be wearing gloves. I feel like I should be wearing gloves for this. Oh well. Okay, so that's that. So now I need to get the gantry off. So we got to get this motor off. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, no wonder why all my I was having so many layer shifts. All these screws are loose. I guarantee you they were tight. Yeah, I guarantee you these screws were tight at one point. Thread lock does work. Thread lock doesn't work when the thing that it's being squished in between, in this case the PETG plastic, turns to mush. It's not that the screws got undone, it's that the thing they were tight up against went and mushed out. Speaking of mush, completely unrelated tangent, GamerSupps they got new cups. They got space cups now that have LEDs or something. I don't know, go check them out. Link in the description. Oh, and go buy some gloop. Go buy some gloop, it's good stuff. Okay. So I think I can take this off now. I don't know if I'm supposed to take it off this way, but I'm taking it off this way. There we go. Hey, look, we got the gantry off. Okay. Bed off. Put you over here. Yeah, PETG creeps. Found that out. You just found that out? Rule of thumb for me when I build a new printer, I'll usually build it, put 100 hours on it, just print a bunch of random bullshit unenclosed. Make sure it's all working. Go in, tighten up all the screws on your main, motion system parts. Make sure it's all nice and snug. Make sure your belt tension's good, because sometimes belts do have like a little, I won't say the belts stretch, but they'll kind of like relax, especially if belts are folded up or whatever. So you kind of want to give them some time to kind of like everything to find its home, and then go in and snug it up again. And then if you enclose the printer after that, print for a while at temperature, let it do its thing, and then kind of snug it up as well. Bamboo seems to have a lot of squishy things on cups. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain. They have been probably one of the better partners I've worked with on this channel, so I can't really complain. How do I unloosen this? Please tell me this is screwed in from the front. These are screwed in from the front. They're not screwed in from the back, right? Yeah, they are screwed. Oh, I got to take the motors out. Okay. So this is going to be a bit annoying having this guy flop around, but I think I got to take the motors out, and then that comes out. So that means I got to go this way. Oh man, I wish these were magnetic. Okay. Come Am I working on a flavor yet? I don't move enough gamer subs for that, unfortunately. The threaded rod is part of the motor. The lead screw? Yeah, it's part of the motor. Threaded rod. What is this? A PRUSA Mk4? Threaded rod. Next thing you're going to tell me PRUSA uses zip ties as structural components of their 3D printers. We went out to a county fair today. I pet a cow and a bunny. It was cute. Oh, I've got into the THC soda. It's crackling. I've never tried those. I've never tried the drinks. I mean, to be fair, I've made my own. You just put a couple drops in some gamer subs and call it a day. Cough, cough. Drops of what? What? Okay, so this is gonna be fun. Because the wires are all there. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this the super ghetto way, because I really don't want to undo any of the wiring. So I'm just gonna drop the motor, unscrew it. I'm just gonna swap this part right away. They deliver in Canada. I can just go 2 minutes down the street and get some. I don't need delivery. And guess what? The place 2 minutes down the street does deliver. Because Canada. Okay, is it just the two? Oh, there we go. Okay. Or is it three? Of course it's three, and the third one is so low I can't reach it with this stupid Allen key. I gotta cut the zip ties. I don't want to cut the zip ties. I want it to be lazy. There we go. Here I was trying to be lazy, save a little bit of time, but now can't do that around here. Can't find your feet. Yeah, if you're a little couch locked, I'm sure that's where it comes in handy. There we go. Getting grease all over my... I should have some paper towels out. I'm more concerned about the grease all over my hands than the ABS dust. Yeah. Is there a better option for PTFE for moving ABS glass felt? I found that it loves to chew through standard PTFE tubes. Deanna, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. PTFE tube is a consumable. Keep extra on hand. Personally, I like using, if it's a reverse Bowden, use the 3-4, so the 3mm ID, 4mm OD. It is thinner, but that means it should be less rubbing. If it's through a very tightly constrained turn or whatever, you may want to get the slightly thicker stuff, just because it'll last longer. But at the end of the day, PTFE tube is a consumable. You will have to replace it. It is a consumable. Oh look, we have a new part here. Is this the same one? No, this is the wrong one. I'm like, I haven't even put one part on this, and I'm like, did I forget to print a part? There we go. Okay. So 3/6. I mean, 3/6 would probably last a long time. The problem with 3/6 is you got to get all new fittings and everything, and parts that are compatible. But I could see it working. It probably actually work really good. So. That's in. Okay. Ah. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, let's see here. This is what I get for trying to be scuff and trying to save time. Ends up being a mess. Get the dead blow. Just Jeremy Clarkson my way through it. Hold that. And drop my screw. Put a new screw in. Hopefully the wires on here are nice and whatchamacallit. Stress relieved. Okay, where'd that other one go? There's. It's gonna look all shiny and gold. There we go. Line that up with the frame so it's nice and vertical. Tighten you in. Tighten you. Who's on first? There we go. Now we can put this back in. So, one of my pet peeves with YouTube is you ever go on like the YouTube homepage and you'll get like recommended a clip from a movie or something or a TV show. If you ever watch it, it will do nothing but like recommend movie clips and TV show clips for like the next like couple hours on the homepage. It's super annoying. So it did that to me the other day. It's like, here's a random clip from Stargate SG-1. Or it wasn't even SG-1, it was from the movie. Guess what I've been watching for the past couple days? If your answer is Farscape, you're incorrect. Yeah, SG-1. I've heard the rumors that they might be remaking Stargate or making a new show, but I don't know how far along any of that is. But, you know what? I kind of miss it. I kind of miss when they made shows that way. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a good story and all that. But I kind of miss, like, the campy monster of the week kind of... Not every... You don't have to, like... watch every single episode. It's okay if you miss a couple here and there. Like, remove from history. I just go don't recommend anymore, and then I just tell it to like don't recommend the channel, because usually there's like a couple, you know, there's channels that do that where the whole channel is nothing but movie clips. Yeah, I remember I watched Stargate SG-1. I was big into Stargate when I was in college. So like late 2000s. So like, I remember my first or second summer off in college, I downloaded and watched all of SG-1 in one go. All 10 seasons. I did nothing but like wake up, watch Stargate all day, went to my part-time job at the grocery store every now and then, go home, watch Stargate, and then go to bed. And I did that like nonstop for like 3 weeks straight. I watched the entire series. I didn't have much going on back then. But it's been like, freaky to say this, it's been almost 20 years since I watched the whole show. So I started watching it again. And I'm like, you know what, wow, I kind of miss this. I kind of miss shows like this. That kind of, it's okay. We have, you know, here's the time loop episode. Here's the monster of the week episode. Here's the we switched bodies episode. Like, you don't do that in modern shows anymore, and it kind of sucks. Like, a modern show is 8-episode season. You get 8 episodes. The first 3 episodes are one continuous plot. The next 3 episodes are one continuous plot, so it's really 2 episodes. And then the final 2 episodes end with a cliffhanger that's unresolved, and you better hope the show gets renewed for another season in 5 years so you can see how it ends. Yeah, a couple months back, I rewatched all of Stargate, or Farscape. Still exist, but they're not as common, and they're not as good as they used to be. I'll say it. BSG was great. It got kind of weird near the end, I'll be honest. Got kind of weird near the end. They didn't you could tell they didn't really know how to end it. Oh, dang it, of course. None of these screws are magnetic. There we go. I'm pretty sure this one came from PRUSA. Yeah, this is... This one I built. I built this one. Yeah, this one I built. Yeah, this one's OG Joe. This one I built. Never watched Babylon 5. There's a spider on my leg. The Expanse. I gotta finish watching The Expanse. I watched the first season. I started watching the second season, and then I never got around to like finishing it all. So I gotta watch The Expanse. It's on the list. And by the way, for those wondering, all the parts for this were printed on this printer. So all the parts that I'm putting on this printer were printed on this printer. This is literally the first thing I did, and I recommend it to anyone, especially if you only have one printer. The first thing you should do after you get a 3D printer or build a 3D printer is print a whole set of parts for that 3D printer, put them in a box and put them under a shelf, and just forget about them until you need them. Especially if you only have one 3D printer, the first thing you should do is print a bunch of spare parts just so you have them on hand. Literally the first thing I did, these parts have been sitting in a box for like a year. Because I'm like, hey, I'm taking this PET G PRUSA Mk4 and I'm putting it in a box. And we're gonna print hot stuff on it, hot. So parts are probably gonna fail at some point. So I printed all the parts in gold because I wanted to do that Japanese, was it Kitsuragi? Is that what it's called? Kitsuragi? Kizuragi? Whatever it's called. It's like that Japanese thing where you fix broken stuff with gold and you make it all artsy and shit. That was kind of the plan with this. So that's why I printed all the parts in gold. Plus gold and black go together really good. Gold and black just go together good. So, Kitsugi. Okay, there we go. Kitsuragi. Is that like the bad guy from Cyberpunk? So yeah, so that was kind of the plan, was, you know, if parts fail, swap them out. But unfortunately, like, we actually had several parts fail. So, well, actually, I don't even know if parts actually failed so much as, like, is this in all the way? Okay, that one's in all the way. Oh, that's why. 1 second. We're gonna do this the proper way. This side has the bigger chamfer. This side has the bigger chamfer. There we go. This one now. There we go. When in doubt, hammer. Hammer. Stop. Hammer time. Okay, so that's that. So these ones I banish you to the bin. Okay. Oop, actually, shoot. I don't think any of these parts have square nuts in them. No. Okay. So now we got to remove the bed. So these ones are probably fine. These parts are probably okay. I think I printed replacements. Yeah. You know what? Might as well replace them. Okay, let's get the bed out. Let's get the bed out. Actually, capybara? You got to see capybaras in San Jose? Coconut kitty, or coconut doggy. What do they call coconut doggy? Is that what they call them? Yeah. That's disconnected there. It's going to be a little annoying because, again, I'm trying to avoid redoing I don't want to undo everything. Like, I'm trying to avoid a complete 100% rebuild here. So we're kind of like, for example, the little bed cover here, this little part right here, yeah, that's staying on. Cursed. Do you live in San Jose? I've heard good things about San Jose. I've heard decent things about San Jose. It's like, yeah, you know, it's West Coast California, but it's not as like crazy as LA or SF. I've heard decent things about San Jose. Haven't seen Red Dwarf. I've seen a couple of episodes on like PBS, but that's about it. careful not to crunch the stupid connector. Okay, so now I think I could take the whole bed out. Yeah. So you're gonna come back here. Now we gotta replace this guy. San Jose real estate is nuts. I was looking back in 2020. Oof. I mean, let's be honest. Any city with a population of more than like 3 people, real estate is stupid. Let's be kind of honest about that. Oop. We need to bring back tiny homes. You know, any house, you go to any part of the city that was built in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, you just have those square, we call them war homes where I'm at. The problem is nobody builds cheap homes anymore. They just build McMansions everywhere because real estate gets more money when the house is more. You need to go back to building 1,000 square foot homes. My house is 1,100 square feet. Now, I do have a finished basement. So it's 1,100 square feet upstairs, 1,100 downstairs. It's a raised ranch. Just avoid the commie blocks. Don't want commie blocks. But 4 plexes, 6 plexes, retail on the ground floor with like a little, you know. I've been to Europe. I like how it is there where you can just kind of walk around. You don't need to drive to go to frickin', oh, I need to go get a coffee. Well, you can just go walk and get a coffee in 2 minutes. And I just bent the hell out of my stupid tweezers. Damn it. These were new. Shit. Oh. Okay. Trying to save the T-nuts. Maybe I can pull them out with a magnet. War home bungalow in Royal Oak, Michigan back in the day. Hey, that's like 20 minutes from my house, Yale. I mean, other side of the river, but... that ain't coming out. Are these T-nuts even magnetic? They're not even magnetic. Ow! Okay, magnets are heavy. Okay, save one. Where's this motor mount? There it is. Go to Windsor Assembly. Okay. Ford barely has a presence in Windsor anymore. GM is pretty much gone. Well, good thing I spent all that time getting that T-nut out to promptly drop it and lose it. Oh, I found it. Don't forget, every stream we do a giveaway of Polymaker Filament. Link in the video description to enter if you have not entered. We will be doing the draw at the end of stream, so enter now before you forget. And then we will be doing the giveaway at the end of stream, so you're gonna go like that. And I probably should have made a note of how this mounted. I think it was like that. And then like that. Okay. Yeah, note to self. I should probably take more pictures of how I take this apart. Go. Yeah, 7-Eleven I've heard is pretty decent in Japan. Like, I've gone to the one in China, and that one was pretty good. I mean, I've been to them here in North America too, but... There we go. So I'm hoping if I just rebuild this as is, I won't need to take it all apart. What holds this in place? What holds this in place? One, two. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's underneath. I see. It slots in like that. So you come back and out. That makes sense. Okay. What upgrades is the printer getting? A whole new set of shiny ASA parts, along with hardened nozzle, new heater, and maybe some new fans, and a new. We're gonna try a new duct on it. I've got some glass-filled. I got that 20% glass-filled PPS here that I'm gonna use. Luke's lab, Luke is like, you should use PPS for everything on this. And I'm like, I don't need to use PPS on all of this. I was singing the praise of the Fadus Conch plus hot end. Yeah, nozzle chips, be warned, y'all. Like, what do you mean nozzle chips? Like the nozzle chips? Like the nozzle, like, it chipped? Or there's like machining chips in it? Like, we talking Fritos or are we talking Lay's? What kind of chips are we talking about here? Go. So you're gonna go like that. So now I'm gonna see if I can be lazy and see if I can just literally swap this back in. So that and that look roughly the same. So let's undo you. The hole is no longer round. That's not good. You kind of want that to Oh no. Shouldn't have done that. You go like that. We'll say these ASA parts, the belt fits right in perfectly. Like a glove. And this holds the belt in place. That ain't going anywhere. Okay, now for this guy. Just sworn. That's where it is. Okay, we do have a hex nut in here. There we go. You come out. I exclusively use INDX nozzles these days. Wait a minute, John. Population collapse, that is... Woo! Are we going down that rabbit hole? I don't think population collapse is going to be a thing. I think it's just going to plateau sooner than people think. Like, I think we're just going to hit the plateau a little bit sooner because, you know, as shown in history, as people get more educated, as, you know, quality of life goes up, especially right now with, like, cost of living also going up, people just have less kids. And it's just going to be, yeah, just people have less kids. I only have a Bamboo X1C, but I want to get into more of the tinkery side of things. Is a Voron kit too far into the deep end? Nope. A Voron kit is probably like one of the best Fisher Price My First 3D printer kits you can get. I mean, yeah, you could dabble in something like a Rook or something, but I think those are more of a toy instead of like a dedicated, like, people aren't building Rooks to print farms with Rooks, right? Rook you build because you have fun building printers, right? Same with something like a Positron or whatever. They're fun builds and they're great printers, but they're not like workhorse machines. They're printers you build when you have fun building printers, right? A Voron, you can build a Voron, have fun building the kit, and then you just get a workhorse printer after. So hard to find a house or job in Canada now. Yeah, we got to build that. That's the thing. The whole, you know, oh, we need more housing. That is the big problem. We just need to build more housing, but nobody wants to build housing anymore. Well, correction, they want to build housing. They just want to build the expensive housing. That makes them a lot of money. And nobody wants to do government housing because then, you know, that sounds bad. Oh, we can't be having government housing. Just need to pump out housing. That's what we need. I'll go overhead for this. Oh, Japan, yeah. Well, most Western countries have a limited population growth. It's fun fact. Kids are a luxury nowadays. Like, if you can't, you know, when it's expensive as crap to have a kid. Oh, by the way, I do have the tool for thing. I did reprint the tool. Kids are a luxury. It's expensive to have kids. everything else is expensive. So especially, you know, the greatest country in the world, America, where you get 3 days off after you pop out a kid. Like, what's the incentive to have kids? What's the incentive? Maybe you should, you know, make it a little bit easier on people to have kids. And maybe they'll have them. Box turtle connected? Not yet. The box turtle is right, like literally right on the other side of the camera. It will be going on the Venture at some point. The box turtle will be going in the Venture. My wife had 12 weeks off. She and I both work for European companies. My wife had 1.5 years off work. My wife had 1.5 years of mat leave. She could have had a year. The way it works is you get 1 year of mat leave. Okay. Now I could have taken a chunk of that. So it could have been like, I could have taken 3 months and she could have taken 9 months, like 3 months concurrently. We're both off for 3 months and then she takes 9. But they just brought out a program when we had our guy, and I think they still have it, where you can extend it to 18 months. You still only get the 12 months of pay. They just stretch it to 18 months. And we were in a decent position at the time, so she took it. So she took 1.5 years of mat leave. And then she went back to work for 6 months, and then she was on leave again because everyone started coughing because, you know, COVID. So, yeah. So then she had like another like 3 or 4 months off because of all the all that shit. Because she had she was off with leave, paid leave with cause, because all the daycares and schools were shut down. And obviously the little guy was a toddler and I was still working. So she had all that extra time off. But even then, 1 kid and we're done. 1 and done. I am perfectly okay with that. I'm not sure want to go in your hole. There we go. Now I gotta get these back ones off. Did I put these on the right way? Yeah, those are on the right way. Okay. We were gonna do that. We were gonna be Dinks. By the way, for those who ever watched Hey Arnold as a kid, Dinks. The character is the Dinks from Hey Arnold. Double income, no kids. We were gonna do that, and then we're like, you know what, we'll have 1 kid, see how it goes, and then we had the 1 kid, and we're like, yep, we're done. Any thoughts on a PRUSA bear frame for a Mark IV? I would think that wouldn't be as... A bear frame is a really good upgrade for a Mark II. It's kind of a, you know, a slight improvement for a Mark... I don't think it's worth it. I don't think this frame is plenty stiff enough. I haven't run into any issues on any of the 3 Mark IVs I have where I'm like, I wish the frame was sturdier. So. Like, there hasn't been any instances where I'm like, yeah, I wish the frame was sturdier on my Mark IVs, so. Now, granted, I'm not a full-on power user, It's not like I'm running full print farms with my Mark IVs. Joel is, and his are all stock, and he has no issues, so. I think where the bear frame comes in handy is if you do something like a 3.9 or an upgrade. So if you upgrade your like Mark III to a Mark IV, you have so many leftover parts, you can pretty much build a whole new printer with just a frame. That's where you get a bear frame, I think. Like, I think these Mark IV frames, especially the Mark IV frames with like the cast and the hex in the back, I really don't think your average person would see much benefit going from a Mark IV to a Mark IV with a bear frame. I'm sure there is like some tangible benefit, but like in all the printing I've done with my Mark IVs, I haven't gone, you know, I wish the frame was stiffer. So if there's any other benefit, maybe. I'm not too sure. I haven't honestly looked into the bear frames too much other than, hey, it's a frame replacement that replaces the stock frame with a extrusion-based frame. But, yeah. This is going to be annoying. Because all of these fall out. Probably put a dollop of super glue or something in here. Or just sand the coating off so I had a bare frame. I don't have any alcohol. I mean, I do, but not that kind of alcohol. Yes, I saw what you did there. I wish I hadn't, but I did see. Okay. Did I put these in the right way? There we go. And of course, I've lost a T-nut already. Dang it. I knew these T-nuts would be annoying. I knew these would be annoying. Oh, see annoying T-nuts! They're falling out of the frame! I'm gonna try and peen them in place. Can you peen plastic? I don't know. I'm gonna try. All right, let's try this again. Go. There we go. Ooh. Okay, that, can you see that? I might have stressed these a little too much. That's not good. That might have been a little too much stress. Okay, see if we can salvage that. That's not good. I cracked them a bit. Just gonna hit him with the heat gun and see if that'll help a little bit. See if the heat gun will kind of help a little bit. Oops. There we go. Yeah, torque it till it cracks and back it off. There we go. There we go. What really sucks is I don't think I have much left over leftover ASA of this. I gotta find where. I mean, I can always just order more, but. There we go. All right. So, I don't know if you can see, it's a little toasty there. Let's do a little surgery in using everyone's favorite friend, fire, and see if we can assist with the stress relieving. I mean, if this works, it'll work. If it doesn't work, it don't work. There we go. It kind of worked. I mean, these parts just kind of hold it in place, right? Like, it's not like it's really going anywhere. Okay, so now we flip it over. What time are we at anyways? Oh, 9:40. We might actually get more done today than I thought we would. Make sure you free. I don't think I'm having a stroke. I think I can't speak. Abacus. Okay. So, fuzzies, all the fuzzies. So you go like that. You go around that. You're gonna go up into that. You're gonna go up into that. So that goes like that. Goes like that. And you through that. There we go. Okay. So this is going to be a little annoying because we're going to try and cheat. We're going to try and cheat. Oh, let me zoom out this guy. Sorry. We're going to try and cheat and see if I can do this. So the plan is it's going to go in the front. So you're going to come back here and go around that. There we go. So we are on the motor. You're going to go in here. So you got to go in tight. So this one's got to go in tight. And this one got to go in a little bit on the loosey-goosey side. Now, should be able to pull this up. Okay. Then we can do that. Now we actually have proper, wonderful belt tension again for the first time in a while. There we go. Ow. Did not mean to flip it that much, but I did. Okay. Starting to look pretty good there. Starting to look pretty good. It's all nice and shiny gold. Okay, so now we can rebuild our x-axis. Well, hopefully, stepper motors don't get affected by magnets. They are magnets. They should be fine. No, it's not going to be called Goldilocks. Goldilocks is too obvious of a name. We need... It's not memey enough. I mean, I would call it the Oval Office, but it's not that tacky when it comes to throwing gold on random shit. Okay, so take that off. Gold member, maybe. Iron pyrite. Well, it's called, right now the printer is called OG Joe, because it's the first PRUSA that I actually bought is this one. So I called it OG Joe, because it's my, you know, it's my original PRUSA. Like, to be fair, I had a Mark III before it, but that was given to me. This is the first PRUSA I bought, so it's old OG Joe. So I'm probably just going to call it OG Gold now, or OG Jold. OG Jold. It's now OG Jold. OG Jold. Why is this one so long? Oh, that's why, because I unscrewed it all the way. Joey locks. Oh, come on. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the stream and the content, you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. Helps keep the lights on, help keep the show running, help keep things interesting. And don't forget, we do have the giveaway at the end of stream of the spool of filament from Polymaker. So if you aren't entered for your chance to win that, link in the video description, enter for your chance. We will be doing the draw at the end of stream and all that jazz. Okay, it should come off. There we go. Goopy rod, goopy rod. Does that screw into there? Oh wait, no, these are nuts. People are saying it's the most beautiful printer. I can't do an impression of them. The people there saying this is the most beautiful printer. No, this was originally, this has only always been a Mark IV. I just called it OG Joe because, you know, it now asks for a name for your printers in PRUSA Slicer, or in whatchamacallit. So I needed a name, and I'm like, well, this is the first PRUSA I'm putting on the network, so it's OG Joe. So this is kind of interesting. This is kind of interesting. So this is the right. So this was in the line of like all like the particulates and everything getting blasted off the hot end while it was printing. Can you see how matte the PET G is that was exposed is compared to the PET G that was like hidden by the cover plate? Like just the sheer amount of like wear, I guess. Or is it wear the right term? Or not wear, like exposure. How do these come off? Or they just snap out? Oh yeah, I got the stupid little dampeners in here. Don't lose those. Is there anything in here? No. Trying to reuse as many of these parts as I can. That plastic part just cracked. Come on, get out of your hole. Nope. Got a new one. Okay, so I believe this is the new one. So you go in here. Okay. Well, that's gonna be a nightmare. Not clean. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did I? Oh, no, it goes in. Oh, that's why it comes in through this side, not that side. I'm a dummy. That's why it wouldn't come out that way. Fun fact, stuff goes in properly when you put it in the right way. You might not know that, but now you know that. There we go. Doesn't say the point of names. Once you start having a bunch of printers, it just becomes easier to reference. It's just a mental thing. It's just easier for me to like, okay, this one's on that printer instead of like obviously, okay, I got Core 1, 2, right? Ooh, wow, complicated names. But V226, LDO V2, Tall Boy, OG Joe, Sam Squanch, what do I call them? Oh, Mamu. Yeah, the other one's Mamu. The XL, I have the most creative name for the PRUSA XL. It's just called XL. But I've got Sam Squanch, which is my Mark IV S, so it's Sam Squanch. Mamu is my Mark IV that has an MMU attached to it, so it's Mamu. Dongle is the Mark 3.5 that I have that I broke the USB port on, so I soldered on a USB extender, so now it has a dongle sticking off the side, so it's called Dongle. It just, when you have like a bunch of printers, you just start giving them names. It's just one of those. We're humans. We like to anthropomorphize stuff because, you know, monkey brain stuff, right? We like our pattern recognition. Humans do human things because humans are humans. Does it make sense all the time? No. But, you know, it's worked for us so far. How many people are falling in love with ChatGPT? Like... There we go. So now, I need a cover plate for this. That's not it. This is it. Or is this it? They should be the same. Okay, so should I re-grease this, or this should be good? You know what? I'll put a little dollop of grease in it, and I'll just. Do I have an 8mm rod out here? I don't think I do. Don't think I do. So here's a trick. If you don't have like a squeegee tool or the proper tool to apply grease to something, okay? So what you do, okay? You splooge some grease into it, okay? If you put too much, you put too much, you put too little, you put too little, whatever. And then you put it on your rod. So you splooge it in the bottom, put it over the rod, but make sure you have your thumb over the top, because it's gonna make like a little bit of a seal. And by putting your thumb over the top, it basically forces the grease to go into the raceways, okay? So it'll just force the grease to go into the raceways instead of just pushing out the top, so. So just quick, easy way to grease up your balls the proper way. Okay, so now put these little guys back in here. These are, I don't know what exactly these do, but they are part of the kit. So we put them in. I give credit. I was watching BPS Space's video today, and he managed to say cock like 12 times in a row, all within context in that video. So he gets a gold star from being able to sneak funny words into a YouTube video where they used them properly. He was referencing cock, about how he was using it as, you know, how much cock he had to use for putting it in the tube, like splooging all that material in with the cock gun in the tube. Go watch the video. It's a good video. BPS Space, if you haven't watched the channel. He builds rockets and shit. But anyways, long story short, you got to give credit. Every time a YouTuber manages to use words that you're not supposed to use on YouTube in a way that, you know, I mean, he was using words you were supposed to use. He was using cock. Yeah, cock. Yeah, cock. Exactly, Yale. That's a proper word. So don't forget that you have to orientate these properly. Otherwise, it's not going to work properly. Why can I never like line these up? I think it's lined up, and then I look at a different angle and it's like, oh, that's not lined up. Stupid T-nuts. Stay in your hole. What were these two guys for? Oh, this holds... Uh-oh, I lost something. Okay, let's get these started. I probably should have the manual for this opened up so that I can, you know, reference what I'm doing to make sure I don't screw it up. But where's the fun in that? There we go. And I think we have... Oh, these go to the top and bottom. These are just pressure on it for the rods when they go in. They're not pressure on the rods. I think these are just the hard stops for the rods. Yeah, those are just the hard stop for the rods, I think. So you don't actually push them out the back. Yeah, I put the rubber spacers back in. I did, don't worry. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Should have made a note. Make sure they were in all the way. I don't think they're in all the way. Oh well. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. And by cross that bridge when we come to it, We have come to the bridge. There we go. Okay. So actually, if we get this going pretty good, I'll save the tool head for, we'll do the tool head on Tuesday stream. Because Tuesday stream is going to be a short one, because I got a feeling, well, Tuesday is the first day of school for the little guy. So he'll be at school while I'm streaming, but just in case. Part turn white. This one, no. Why are they so long? That's what she said. You go there. Go there. What do I get to do tomorrow? I get to put together the backpack for the Gundam. It is, I can't believe how good it came together. It's standing up in the basement right now. If you're a channel member or a Patreon supporter, I've shown some pictures of it in its current state on the Discord. I have a channel on the Discord that I post behind the scenes stuff that's not public yet. So if you want to see what a 6-foot Gundam looks like, it's 190 millimeters. I might have actually screwed up the scaling, and by screwed up the scaling, I mean like, it's supposed to be a 1/10 scale. It might be like closer to like 19 point something something. It's 190 centimeters tall. It's kind of big. It's kind of big, but yeah. It's when I'm standing next to it, the top of the head is about here. I showed this one. I'll show this one. This one I posted. So I have the arms on it now, and it's standing up on its own. Right here, you could see my hand holding it here because it was about to fall over. But yeah. Yeah. Getting there. So excited. I was never that big into Voltron. I was not a Voltron kid. Transformers, I was big into Transformers when I was a kid. I've been watching Gundam recently, but Voltron, I was not into Voltron. Voltron was not something I really was into. Gundam and a wolf. Yeah, it's like, you know, when you go to like rich people's houses and they have like the 2 lions in front of their driveway. I just have like 2 Gundams. FYI, if you have a Costco executive membership, Costco has implemented an exclusive hour of shopping from 9 a.m. Executive member allowed in. I mean, Steve, that's like completely off topic entirely from the stream. But as a Costco executive gold member, fuck yeah. Just remember, if you have a Costco Executive Gold membership, you are better than everyone else. Because Costco loves you. I don't think they do that in Canada. Costco, I've never seen an exclusive hour thing. Like, our Costco opens at 9. Like, it just opens at 9. I've always, like, just gone into Costco at 9. I've never... Yeah. One tells the truth. There's a way to get around that, and I can never remember what it is. It's like, what would the other one say? And then you go with the one that tells you not to go, or something like that. I can never remember what the actual, like, way to solve that riddle is. trying to remember what this is for. Why is there a... I think that's for adjustment. I should probably actually pull up the manual. The bamboo setup seems to be cheap power to each hot end, not direct induction. I mean, can you put enough power through like inductive? Like if they're doing wireless power transmission and they're putting a heater cartridge in each tool head, one, that's going to be more expensive. Then again, I'm pretty sure Bondtech might have patented using using induction to heat up a swappable tool. I don't know what exactly, I know Bondtech has patented some of the stuff behind INDX that they developed. So I'm wondering if they have to put a heater cartridge in each tool head and then use wireless power to then run that's going to be expensive. Instead of just having a single inductive heater just heat up the metal. Because that's like, for those that don't know, the tools for the Bondtech system are $35 each. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what the tools for the bamboo system are. Yeah, that one ain't coming out. I think that's all of them. Yeah. Plus, like, reading the temperature. Bondtech, they're just doing IR. Just infrared temperature reading. So I'm wondering how much, you know, if Bamboo's having to do shenanigans to dance around the patent. Well, they don't go all the way around it for the Bondtech system. They can't. There's not enough room. So there is a little bit of losses there, but it's still enough to give you, like, you know, higher than average flow rate. Okay, so that one's that. That one's that. Dude, this gold is looking good. So that's that. I'm trying to remember what this guy is for. I should probably pull up the PRUSA manual. PRUSA Mk4 assembly manual. Okay. X-axis. So I got to put that in there, and then this, screw the M3, do not tighten the screw, keep the screw head aligned with the surface. Make sure you use the correct length, M316. Wow, these printed parts look like garbage. Steve! So that's an M325, so I got to grab one of these. Everyone say hi, Steve. How you doing, Steve? Are you all excited for Printopia? The Topia of the printing? Have to get ready for oh yeah, Orange County Maker Fair. That one's pretty cool. I would like to go to that one, but it's that ain't happening. Yeah, we're swapping out all the slightly melty PET G parts on my Mark IV with some ASA parts. that I printed right after I got the printer. Go. Vice. I will not be at Vice. As much as I would love to go to Vice, I do not have the funds to make that trip. Where is... Uh-oh. I have it somewhere. I gotta have it somewhere. Do I not... What part do I need? I need one of these. There's that one. Shoot that. I might not have the part I need. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you telling me I'm missing one part? I printed the freaking cable guide. I printed the cover plate. But I forgot to print a spare one of these. Uh-oh. Is it in the printer? I don't think it's in the printer. It is not in the printer. Shoot. I'm gonna have to look for some gold ASA. See if I have any. Shoot. We're gonna have to do a little bit of printing. I mean, I could put this cover plate back on for now and just swap it out later. Actually, that would be a nightmare to do once this is assembled. Shoot, I can't even do that. Yeah, I am legit missing one part. I think oh, you know why? Because it's a duplicate part. I think I only printed one because I just like loaded up everything and printed it, and it was like print 2 of these. I might have forgotten to print 2 of it because everything has like a left and a right, and this one has just 2 of the same. Let me go run downstairs and see if I have some gold ASA anywhere. Do I have some up top? Let me check up top here. Actually, it might be down. It might be out here. I gotta go dig through my... Oh, is this it? No, this is not. Are you up top here? Gold. I love gold. Gold. Nope. Not up top. What about in my dry boxes down here? Excuse me while I knock everything over. Not in this dry box. Not in this dry box, but your PLA, shoot. Not in that dry box. Am I gonna have to order some? I'm gonna have to put in an order for legit like one spool of gold ASA from Polymaker. I'm gonna have to put in an order for one gold spool of Polymaker ASA, I think. Nothing down there. What about the shelf out here? Shelf out here is empty. Let me go run downstairs and take a look. I might have to order some more filament. While I'm doing this, go enter for some filament for yourself. Because, yeah, I'll be back in 1 second. Bob's in charge. Oh. Hey, puppy, you gotta move. Oh, you good? You good? Oh, poor guy. Okay, let's see. Do I have gold down here? I mean, that's gold, but that's a different gold. That's gold, but that's a different gold. I have like 5 different types of gold, but none of it is gold. Unless Polylite ABS gold. There we go. I do have some. There we go. There we go. Okay. I love girls. Hey, are you empty? You are empty. Probably a little on the wet side. That's okay. Andrew Humphrey, $5, 1 of 10 super chat. I really wish YouTube would allow you to set goals of channel memberships. I really wish YouTube would let you set goals for channel memberships instead of super chats. As you know, much as I appreciate the super chats, I much prefer people gift memberships, because if you gift a membership, more people get a benefit because people get to become channel members. And you get to hang out for a month in the Discord and all that jazz. Actually, you get to hang out longer than that because you don't get kicked out afterwards. Am I really going to dance? If 10 people super chat $5, I will do a little dance. Don't knock it. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Where is parts and accessories? No, I got to go to printables, right? Printables. PRUSA Mk4. You'd think if you type in PRUSA Mk4 that the actual official PRUSA parts would come up near the top. But alas, they don't. 4S, files, frame, X carriage. I need this guy. Print 2. Yeah, see, that's my problem. I only printed 1. Download. Get this. So you are that. You are... Well, Polymaker doesn't have a profile, so we'll just go with... PRUSA ASA, whatever. Tell this that I'm loading ASA. Okay. XN clip. There we go. Print settings. So go full walls. 455. Infill. I'll go with 45. Why? Why not? There we go. Okay, so now we wait for that to load. We can start that printing, and then we gotta wait. While we wait, I guess I can clean up some of these parts because they're completely disgusting. Grease this up. Get it all nice and lubed up. There we go. Two old Ender 3s that had 32-bit boards started Marlin 2, manually configured input shape and found as long as the hot ink keeps up, you can print at 5K. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You got to remember, your clapped out Ender still has the same NEMA 17s and, you know, GT2 belt that every other 3D printer has. Like, printer hardware hasn't changed much. You just need, you know, a new brain in it sometimes and a little bit of better programming to take advantage of it. Like, hell, remember when we took an Ultimaker original, slap clipper on it, and it was moving as fast as a bamboo? I mean, it can move as fast as a bamboo. Like, the default bamboo profile speeds, it moved as fast. The only problem was the damn 12-volt hot end couldn't keep up. But functionally, in terms of just being able to move, it moved. So, oh, look at that gold. It's a little on the damp side, I believe. I do believe this filament is a little moist, like some sort of towelette. But, yeah. Just think of it as built-in texture, right? It's just got a little bit of built-in fuzzy skin. It's auto fuzzy skin. Core 1.1. Oh wait, I gotta tell it it's ready. Yeah, the printer is ready. All right, 1 second here. Send to connect. Core 1.1. Select printer. Is it ready? Print now. There we go. Now we let it do its thing. Okay. So now while that prints, I guess I can clean up some of this stuff because this is kind of on the yucky side. So let me get some paper towels. And I'm just using ISO. Nothing fancy enough. Wipe off this stuff. I don't want to clean them too much because I like the look of like a used printer. Like if a printer looks too clean, it looks like you don't use it. What's the point of having a printer you don't use, right? You want a little bit of character to your printer. Jeez. I'm going to take a look to see if I have a spare fan of this kind. I mean, I think I do, but I gotta look. You know what sucks? I might have actually thrown one of these fans out like very recently going through my basement and cleaning out. I might have chucked one of these out very recently. Oh, there we go. There is old one. Here, we'll do this. Hold on. Old hot end. Focus. Old one. New one. Although I got to save the nozzle on this because this is a pretty sure this is a hardened nozzle. I think it's a Fadus. I might have extras, but it's a little on the toasty side, and I don't know if I have any more socks. I think that's the problem, is I don't have socks. I'm still live? Why wouldn't I be live? We got 25 minutes left, 35 minutes left on the stream. Fried gold. Why does that sound familiar? Fried gold. Why does that sound familiar? That's not one of those freaking Uma Musume horses, is it? No, that's gold ship. That's gold ship. Okay, I'm not going to play around with the extruder gears at all, but there is some chunk in this. This needs some cleaning as well. All that. Fried Gould. The Gould. And then this is a PCCF fan shroud that I'm going to keep as well. But we're going to have to replace that around it, so I'll do that right now. Andrew, $5 super chat. Cheers and appreciate it. Come on, can remove 2 of 10. Yeah, I'm not like... The reason I set the whole goal is because it literally yells at me to set one. Also, apparently there's a height button you guys can press on videos now, where if you watch my videos, you can hit a height button and you can build up points or something. I don't know exactly. I didn't really look into it. But apparently there's a height button you can hit now on my videos. So, there's that. You didn't see a height button? Maybe you should watch my video again. You should watch today's video again, just to be sure. Just watch it again. Just to be sure. Just to be sure. Or not today's video, last Wednesday's video. Actually, go watch the Gundam videos. They're not doing good. I want those Gundam videos doing good. Yeah. How much of a concern is creep with PCCF? Not much at all. It's a fan shroud. Oh, with other components. It depends on the PCCF. PC doesn't creep as much as nylon. So you don't have to worry about as much as with a nylon. But it still is a thing you do kind of technically have to look out for. So you might need to anneal. You might need to anneal. That's anneal with 2 L's, not 1 L. The one with 1 L has no humor. There's gonna be 4 people in chat who are gonna get that reference and they're gonna laugh. They're gonna have a hearty chuckle. Shame. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go about the 3rd video, which is the last video in the series, from a different angle. Instead of a build video, it's gonna be a more of a like project video, I think. I think it'll make sense when you see it, hopefully. Here. There we go. Smoking Joe, thank you for becoming a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. Make sure you, if you are a channel member, or you became a channel member, or somebody gives you a channel membership, or Patreon, or if you find the Twitch. By the way, there should be some Twitch streams this week. Little guy's back in school, which means I have the mornings free again. So we're gonna try and do some more Twitch gaming and Gundam builds and whatnot on the Twitch. But make sure you link your account with Discord, and you'll get access to the stuff on the Discord. And the color, I love this. This is a nice gold to go with this, I will say. Like it's gold, but it's not like tacky gold. It's more of like a muted bronze gold, and I like it. It's gonna pair really well with these parts, I think. So you're in the box of reject parts. This I'm gonna need the hot end guy to figure out how that goes together. So I need this one part here. We're gonna skip the heat up. We're gonna go right to printing. So I need this one part so I can put the gantry together. Anything else I can swap right now? No. I'm not gonna play around with any of the electrical. I'm not gonna swap out any of the electrical stuff. There's no point to that. Waste of time. So yeah, so I gotta wait on this one part before I can continue putting it back together. Shoot. It's a bit annoying. Yeah, Polymaker. It's Polymaker gold ABS. I thought it was ASA, it's ABS. Same difference. I do find the Poly Light ABS a little on the brittle side. Like it cracks easily, I find. I'm not a huge fan of it. Polymaker, the Poly Light stuff is a blend. Think of it like a PLA or an ABS Plus. It prints a little bit easier, but I much prefer the material properties of just pure ABS or pure ASA instead of the blend, if that makes sense. You could put the Mark IV S part cooling on it. I could, but I don't have an extra Mark IV S fan to do that. Also, this printer is enclosed. This printer won't be printing PLA. This printer, I have 2 Mark IVs inside if I need to print PLA on a Mark IV. One of them's a Mark IV S, so it already has the better cooling. This machine will mostly be printing PETGs and ABS and ASAs. So it doesn't need a lot of part cooling to begin with those materials. So the stock cooling setup with an improved duct has been fine. So yeah. So I'm not too concerned about I need additional cooling. I do not require additional cooling with this machine as much as I need additional pylons. All right, come on, get printed. Print the gold, 0.2 and slowly. We ain't got no time for that. Printing slow. That's hardly printing. Should I save this? No. I have 2 towers of spools, of Polymaker empty spools, or Polymaker PRUSA Mk4 spools. Yeah, it's like 50 grams. By the way, community challenge starts Monday. So I have 2 towers of spools, of empty spools of these. They are about ceiling tall, both of them. So the thing with these spools, for those that don't know, you can take them apart. Okay? So these spools come apart. I want to design a launcher. I want to design a belt-fed launcher for these, so I can shuck them. Like, I think I can have fun with that. I think we can do that. Motor. There's a few designs of disc throwers. Have a magazine of them that just kind of feeds them in. Yeah, we could do that. We can do that. That might be a fun little project video to do. I need to do more project stuff on the channel. That's dumb little fun stuff like that. Good way to get in trouble. A junk launcher from Fallout. Skeet trap. I mean, a skeet would be easy, but I would rather have it on a motor. Like, I have some spindles. I have leftover spindles from projects. I got those stupid 24-volt DC spindles from those shitty CNCs. I've got hardware I could use to make something spin and launch. Make it work. Recommended for good dryers for large spools. I don't really have any. I have a Home Depot bucket with a modified food dehydrator, but it doesn't fit my super big spools. It'll fit my 3 kilogram spools of Polymaker, but that's about it. And actually, that might be in the next video I put out. Because there won't be a video this weekend, because I was hoping to film the rest of it today, but I spent the day out with the family, doing family stuff, because it's the last weekend of the summer, and I'm out again tomorrow. So it'll be a midweek video. And then the next video will be the Gundam, hopefully. But the next video is like a bunch of quick tips and tricks and hacks and budget solutions for 3D printing. Kind of stuff to add to your repertoire of tricks kind of thing. And one of them is a very cheap dehydrator that'll dry like 6 or 7 spools at a time. So use a food dehydrator and stick it in a bin. Yeah, honestly, that's a very easy way to do it. So we've got 25 minutes left on the stream, and unfortunately we can't really finish the build because I got to print this part that I need to put that together, and then once I can put that together, then I can put the tool head together. So we're going to be carrying on Tuesday with this because I need to get this back together and back up on the shelf. No more of this having a bunch of printers apart and various different degrees of building. We're gonna work on getting one done and put it back on the shelf. So we're gonna finish this. It's gonna go back on the shelf. Then we're gonna finish putting the trident together, the Seaboard trident together. We're gonna get the enclosure back on it, put that back up on the shelf. And then we're gonna start the build for either the Jabberwocky swap on the V2 or the stealth changer, one or the other. So, well, we gotta keep things organized for once. Keep it all organized. Do you think it's worth upgrading from a Mark 3S to a Mark 4? Personally, I would go to 3.5. I have a 3.5. It's actually on the floor over here. I think the Mark 3.5 upgrade is very good bang for your buck, unless you're okay playing with Clipper. If you want a turnkey solution, the 3.5 upgrade basically gives you all the brains of a Mark 4, but still the hardware of a Mark 3. And let's be honest, the Mark 3 hardware ain't bad. The biggest loss you get is you don't get the neck extruder. So If your printer is currently printing good and you have no problems with the print quality, you just wish it was a bit faster, a bit smarter, I would go with the 3.5 upgrade. Going all the way from a Mark 3S to a Mark 4, it's almost worth just buying a Mark 4 and then you have 2 printers. Because you save a little bit. You could do like the full upgrade and then use what's left over, get a bare frame and build another printer. Or you could just, you know, just buy a Mark 4 and then have 2 printers. Use one as a test mule printer or something. So, what tool heads? I think we're gonna go with the Ant tool head. I can't remember what we did a poll. I have it written down somewhere. I gotta find it. I think it's the Ant tool head is the one we're going. Is that like the stock one? Can't remember. Also, yeah, there's the PRUSA wire if you want to faff around with that. So. Send what to orbit? I mean, stuff printed on Vorons has made it to orbit. Yeah, I think this, like... What's the stealth changer? Let's see here. So... Which ones are these? Are these the ant head ones? These are the ones I see the most. I think these are the... Are these the ant head ones? Yeah, so we'll probably go with the ant, I think. Yeah, sex ball probe. No PSU. Subkit 2 includes... No hot end or extruder. Did they give me hot ends? I gotta look in the kit. Did they give me hot ends? I can't remember. Do I need to get hot ends? Tool and dock kit. Nighthawk. I might need to get some hot ends. I might not have hot ends. I mean, I could probably scrounge up a bunch of random hot ends. Orbiter, 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 tool and dock set, base kit. I think I need hot ends, actually. I need to get hot ends. I need to get hot ends. Uh-oh. I might have a bunch of Revos I could use. I gotta go looking. I gotta go looking now. I gotta go looking. Because I got 3 orbiters, 2 Galileos, so I got 5 tools. 3 of them are gonna be orbiter, 2 are gonna be Galileo, and then I gotta figure out hot ends from all. So that'll be fun. I should have Revos. I should have Revos. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Luke was teasing something. Oh, I know exactly what he's teasing. Yeah, I know exactly what Luke is teasing. I know all about it. They send fans? Let me see here. Because I got tool and dock kit and then base kit. So tool and dock kit, I think it includes fans. Yeah, we got fans. We got fans. 40-40 and 25-10. So 40-40 and 25-10. And then a Nighthawk 36. So it's hot ends. I got to get a bunch of hot ends for it. I have a bunch of hot ends. I got to figure out where they all. I got a bunch of Revos, but I think some are Voron Revos. Some are like, I'm sure I can mix and match. I'm sure I can mix and match. I might need to go like ransack all my partially assembled like Vorons that I haven't done anything with in a while. Steal all the hot ends out of them. Yeah, the mark, like, again, I've put, let's take a look here. So PRUSA Connect. Okay. So the XL from June 25th, when I started working on the Gundam, I've got almost 1,000 hours on the XL with 22 kilograms of filament. Sam Squanch has done 10 kilograms of printing at 500 hours. And then Core 1 has done 10 kilograms of printing at 400 hours. And then Core 1 2 has done 8.3 kilograms of printing at 400 hours. This is all for the Gundam. And like there's the uptime. Can you tell when I had to wait for more filament to come in? Can you tell when I had to stop for like a couple days, wait for more filament to come in? So yeah, I've done like judging by the pile of empty spools, easily like 50, like 40. I think it's 46 kilograms of filament total printed for the Gundam. Obviously some of that's waste. I've got a whole bin of waste here. This whole thing is filled with support material and waste from the Gundam project. So yeah, they printed a bunch, and I think I can count on my hand the number of failed parts, like one hand, and all the fails were like printer agnostic stuff. Like one part failed because I forgot to paint supports on a part of it, and the part failed because I forgot to paint supports on it, and it really needed supports in that area to work. Or one, I had the part warped, which bumped the tool head on the XL, which caused the layer shift. So when I went to dock and change tools, it crashed. So it beeped at me. I woke up in the morning, went downstairs, I put the tool back on, I rehomed it. I took a pair of snippers and I cut off the part that would have warped up a bit, so that it wouldn't bump it anymore. And I hit resume and it finished the print. And guess what? The part's on the Gundam. It looks a little poopy, but you don't see it because it's covered in other stuff. So who cares? I wasn't going to throw away 20 hours of printing and over a kilogram of filament. So yeah, pretty much every issue I've had with my PRUSAs have been printer agnostic issues. Basically, if I'm testing a printer or reviewing a printer and it has a problem that any printer can have, I don't judge the printer for that. So like, I see people complain because a print warps off the bed. That can happen to any printer. Oh, you know how that happens? Oh, the print warped off the bed. Fucking proofs is a junk. Throw them in the garbage. No, it's because your bed's dirty. Clean your bed. Like, me and the beam rifle. I need to figure out if I have enough filament to print the shield. I'll be honest. You've seen the picture of it, okay? It weighs freaking 80 pounds, okay? It weighs 80 pounds. It's already heavy enough. I don't know how I'm fitting it in my car. Also, I'm making the conscious decision right now to not bring anything pew-pew shaped across the border. It's bad enough I'm worried about freaking customs busting into the Gundam thinking it's a robot. and I'm smuggling robot stuff. So I'm a little paranoid about that, bringing it across the border to bring their 3D Printopia. I'm not going to bring anything pew pew shaped. So I might do the shield. But we'll see. By the way, if I do the shield, it's 4.5 feet tall. The shield is this tall. I mean, if you're Apollo, if you're coming, bring the beam rifle. No, you're probably flying if you are going. Although, fun fact, with the Gundam being me-sized, I don't need to print a gun for it. I can just give it my AR. I could just, you know, give it a 1911. It'll just hold it. I've shared some pictures of that on the Discord. It'll just hold it. Why scale a Gundam prop when I could just give it a real gun? It's tall enough. But no, the problem I actually ran into is it is so heavy. I have mobility in it. It can move the arms, I can move the knees and everything, so I can pose it. The problem is everything weighs so much, I can't like have the arms out like that. They'll just fall down. So like while I can move the arms around, you just give it time and it just kind of does that and it falls back to its home position. There's not enough stiction in the joints to have it hold a position. I could probably glue it, but then I want to be able to move it because I need to be able to move it to put it together and take it apart, because it does come together and goes apart. It's got, how many pieces? It's got the 2 feet. The legs and the waist are one part, which is the single heaviest part of the Gundam, which is kind of sucks. I should have made the legs 2 parts. I should have not glued the waist together, so the waist was 2 parts, but it's more stable this way, so it makes sense. So 2 feet, the legs and the waist, the torso, both arms, the head, the backpack, and then the stand. So it's 9 parts, and it all goes together. So yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, it's big. It's not done in that picture, by the way. It's missing the backpack. I just love this picture with the LEDs on. The head does move. So. But yeah, I'm hoping I can actually sit it in the back seat and buckle it up. Like, the feet won't fit, but I could put like the legs in there, put the torso on, and put the head on. Because the problem is it's wide. It is stupid wide. It's like this wide. So I don't think I could actually sit it with the arms on. But I think I can sit like the torso and the legs and the head and then buckle it up and just have it like sitting in the rear passenger seat while on the drive. And I think it'll be funny. I'm going to try and do that for the drive there, and I'll have like a GoPro recording while I cross the border and see if they say anything. Like, what do you got in the back there? Oh, it's my Gundam. I also got to bring a printer. I'm bringing a printer too. I'm bringing the Gloop V2. So in the next couple weeks, we're going to do a print and chill stream with the Gloop V2 just to make sure it's all working, because we built it for Gloop. I did some testing on it to make sure the printer works. And then I haven't done anything with it since then because I built it for Gloop, for their booth. So they have a Gloop theme V2 and we haven't done anything with it. So we got to get it working, or it does work. We just got to finish, like, make it ready, you know, dust it off and put the panels on, make sure it's all good, and then I'll bring it to 3D Printopia. So I'm bringing a Gundam, I'm bringing a Gloop V2, and then I'm bringing me. So, and the Gundam will be at the PRUSA booth. For those wondering where the Gundam's going to be at 3D Printopia, it will be at the PRUSA booth. It probably will be behind the counter. So I want to set it up in a way that if you want to take pictures with it, you can, but it's not going to be out in the open because it is stable standing up, but if you bump it hard, it could fall over. And also considering that it's movable, there are some pinch points that a little kid could probably pinch themselves. I'm just gonna not risk it. I'd rather not risk it at all. But also, I don't want somebody to break it because the arms, everything is friction fit. All the connections on it are friction fit. So if you like pull it the wrong way and you don't know what you're doing, you can pull an arm off and then it'll fall and break. And luckily gloop will be there and I could gloop it back together, but I don't want to do that. So that's a nice looking potential PRUSA wire. Well, this right here is a Golden Mark IV. I ain't gonna race no Golden Mark IV for no dang PRUSA wire. I do have a Mark III that I ripped apart to turn in one of those PRUSA Core XYs I gotta do. And then I have a 3.5 on the ground that I like as a 3.5. So, I mean, Nomad, if a dusty Mark III kit happens to make its way into my hands along with a PRUSA wire parts kit, I'll make something happen. But I kind of like my PRUSA's SR now. I don't want to sacrifice another PRUSA. But yeah, I'm sure you got something in the dustbin in the pile of stuff in the back of the warehouse somewhere. So. I can't believe I forgot to print that part. I printed all the parts for this like a year ago. And it's like, hey, let's use it. And it's like, oh, forgot that part. So, what are we at? 51%. Dang it. Oh well. Yeah, Nomad's here. Maker chips. I might bring maker chips. I have a bunch left over from last year's that were like, they're not the golden ones. I have a bunch of golden ones that I really like giving out. I actually, you know what? I think I still have the slice profile for it on the Mark IV. I might make a bunch of maker chips. I have a bunch of stickers too. I might need to order more stickers. I gotta look into that. Yeah, I might do stickers. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the maker chip thing. Like, I get it. It's cool. I got nothing personally against it. It's just, I don't do collectible stuff like that. Not my thing. Not my thing. Like, normally at these events, because I don't have a booth, I walk the floor. So what I've been doing is I carry the maker chips with me, and you have to ask for one specifically to get one from me. And that's what I've been doing, and I don't give out anywhere near as much as some other people. So they're more rare, so they're gold. I make gold ones. But I don't know, I'll figure something out. Normally I do stickers. I like stickers. You put stickers up on the wall. So. The Mark IV S fan is a custom fan. It is a custom fan. I know who the OEM manufacturer of it is, and I wish I could get my hands on it. But so far, no luck. So, yeah. I wish I could get my hands on it because it's a 5-volt fan and it's very quiet and it moves a lot of air. And I want that fan. I want to do stuff with that fan. But yeah. With maker chips on the XL, save one for it. I don't have any maker chips. I have a bag I found. I was actually going through the room downstairs and I did find a bag of maker chips, but they were like, I call them, they're kind of not the greatest maker chips. They were like the first batch I made on the XL before I updated the firmware, and they're a little smushed. Maker chips are a conspiracy by Big Filament. Tinfoil hat, Bamboo went with their way of doing filament changes with the purge because they also sell filament. Bamboo wants you wasting filament. That's why they have so many tatty Maker World models of like flexi shit, because they want you doing as many multi-material prints as possible so they could sell you more filament. That's my tinfoil hat conspiracy, and I stand by it. That is my tinfoil hat conspiracy. And if tool changers remained expensive and the INDX wasn't coming out, I firmly believe they would not have tried to come out with a less wasteful solution of multicolor. But because it's finally being forced upon them, they're finally doing it. This is a tinfoil hat conspiracy. It's tinfoil hatty, but it's tinfoil hatty. Like, look at all this waste. This is all wasted. This is all support material. This is all support material. Well, it's PLA, but like, thank you, Anchor, for your PLA Plus that you sent with your printer with one flippin' button on it. That was a dumb printer. I feel sorry for anyone who bought the Anchor printer. What a waste. What a waste. Actually, shoot. This one might not be good. I can't remember. Might swap the block on this. I have one of these, and I don't know which one it is that's dead. And I don't know which one it is. I probably should have checked this first. I will do some searching. Get a multimeter. How do I multimeter it? Okay. Nomad, you're here. How do I multimeter this shit? Okay, I set it to ohms. I set it to resistance. So I set it to that dude. Okay, let's zoom in. Enhance. So we're on ohms for resistance. So the thermistor is 87.6. $91.4 on the good one. And then for the heater, if I can check the heater. Can you check the heater resistance? Okay, I'm not getting anything on the heater. Yeah, getting no resistance on that. So, okay, maybe it is good. Could be good then. I mean, if it's bad, I just take it out and try a different one. I'm pretty sure I have like one dead one that like, when I got my XL, one of the tool heads was DOA, unfortunately, and I swapped it out, but I can't remember what I did with the one I swapped out. I can't remember what I did with it. I can't remember if I threw it out or if it made its way back into the pile. So I'm a little concerned that this might be the DO. I mean, I could just swap out the known good thermistor and resistor and just keep the good block and get rid of this gunky ass block, but we'll see. I have an old INDX, but it's so damn slow, great for supported parts though. Yeah, I mean, put Clipper on it. Oh, hey, let's do a giveaway. Who wants to do a giveaway? Put a 1 in chat if you want to do a giveaway, and put a 2 in chat if you you don't. This is very important. Do this now. Also, before I do the giveaway, everyone in chat has to like the smash button. Okay? If you want the giveaway to happen, you all need to like the smash button. Okay? So if you want your chance of winning some free filament, it's free filament. All you got to do is like the smash button. So everyone go, scroll down, everyone right now, grab your mouse. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna move over and go click. And then after you type click in chat, and then we'll do the giveaway. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. How's that coming along? Oh, it's coming along. So we'll finish this up on Tuesday. Okay. There's enough time difference there. Okay, we'll do the giveaway now. Responses, published. Link to sheet. That whole thing was just a spiel to give people more time to enter for their chance to win. Checking the Discord to see if there's anything cool going on. I love how all the AI generated images still have the yellow piss filter on it. Like they all have this stupid like yellow piss filter. Also, why did it give her such a big rack? What? That's like one of the easiest tells right now for image generation. It just, so many of these AI images have that orange piss filter on it. I think it's from like the Ghibli phase. Okay, there's that. Who added me in this Discord? Oh. The printer racks. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was referencing. What did you think I was talking about? I mean, look at these huge racks of printers. What else would you think I was talking about? Look at these huge racks. There's multiple of them. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Look at my huge rack. I wish I had a little chicken right now so I can make the other joke, but I'm not going to. Names clear. Okay, so we got 214 people. Random. I think we did this one already. Did we do this one recently? Nah, whatever. 214. Oh, yeah, the last one was in May. Okay, we're good. Oh no, we did do one August 28th. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. No tubes of caulk. I might have some caulk around here. Actually, I might not. Nope. Sorry. Okay. So how this works, if you win, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker, plain and simple. But if I pick your ball, you are the luckiest ball in the world if you win, because you also will win a free hat from the merch store. So we'll go with this one right there. Who's that ball? Sean M. If you win, you get a free hat from the merch store. Good luck. Sean M is the lucky ball. So if anyone else wins, you get a spool of filament from Polymaker. If Sean wins, he also gets a spool of filament from Polymaker, but they also get a free hat from the merch store. And you too could get a free hat from the merch store today by exchanging money for one. I mean, it's not free in the literal sense, but it's like, you know, free in the sense that like you bought it and it's yours and it's now you're free to do with it whatever you want. Exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes everyone else go slower. And if you like the smash button and are subscribed to the channel and you ring the bell and you like the video and you leave a comment on this video and you go back and watch every other video I've made in the past week or past month, it'll actually grease your ball up and give it a slight performance advantage. I cannot confirm nor deny that that is or is not a thing, but are you really going to risk it? That is the question. By the way, for those wondering, that name there, Music Junkie, that is a ghost. That is the current fastest lap on this one, and it is a ghost. So, Music Junkie, if you think you're in the lead, that is a ghost. So we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna position ourselves to see who's gonna win it. It looks like Thomas might, unless we get a snipe. Oh, Thomas P. Thomas Pinecone. Go with that. Thomas Pinecone. Congratulations, you have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. So congratulations, Thomas. Golf claps in chat, everyone. Golf claps in chat. Control F, Thomas. Oop. There we go. That is a valid flavor of cookie. We will go with that. Holy heck, Mad Jester, where'd you get lost at? Come on, come on, Mad Jester. You got it. You got it. You can do it. I believe in you. Join your friends. I'd laugh if they just fell off the edge at the end. Okay. Sweet. So what's going on this week? Tuesday, we will finish, hopefully swapping this over to all the ABS parts, and then it'll go back in there. So Tuesday stream, we're going to finish with that. Also on the Tuesday stream, we're going to announce the September community contest. We are bringing back the community contests starting in September. We're going to do maybe, I don't know if we're going to do every month or every other month, but starting September 1st, or the Tuesday stream, I will be announcing what the contest is for September. And then the last available stream of September will be the ending of the contest. Give you a tease, 50 grams. That is the tease for the community contest for September, is 50 grams. There will be 2 or 3 categories. Obviously, it will involve 3D printing. 50 grams. That is your tease. More details will follow on Tuesday. So that will be that. We will finish building this Friday. I can't remember what I said we were going to do Friday. I think it was the Seaboard Trident we're going to get back and close. And then we'll move on to Stealth Changer and all that. Resin or Filament, FDM. Whenever I do a community contest, I like to set it up in a way that anyone has a chance at winning. Most people don't have resin printers, so I try to avoid anything that requires a specific type of printer. I mean, technically you could do it with resin, but we're gonna go FDM. But basically, I like having challenges where at least, I like to think of it this way, a guy who bought an Ender 3 a week ago has a chance at winning. I don't like doing community challenges where it's like you have to design something because somebody who's really good at designing will probably win. Or you need a super Gucci printer. I like community challenges where somebody who bought an Ender 3 a week ago and has been printing for that 1 week has a chance of winning as anyone else. Obviously, some challenges are going to be more weighted to those that have more skill and more time and whatnot. But essentially, yeah. So community challenge for the month of September. The tease is 50 grams. Okay. So, most interesting print that weighs 50 grams. I'm going to get a little, there's going to be a couple categories. There'll be a couple categories. So we are going to call it there. I want to give a shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for all of the supporters of the channel and more in the video description. Some links like the Gloop link, Gamer Sups, use code Canuck, save some money. For the rest, they're just affiliate links, don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. I've actually got a bunch of Polymaker filament that just came in. So we got some PPS CF GF20 we're going to be playing around with in the next little bit. I'm going to try printing a drone frame. This next Saturday, we're going to try designing a drone frame, I think. And then they got that new ASA 8% recycled ASA nylon or carbon fiber. I got to get my hands on some of that stuff too. And then for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. It is Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend out there. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.